tonight's recap of the Survivor Blood vs. Water finale.
Did we survive?
I guess.
Alright, so they started out with a recap, and I was like, oh my god, I forgot all about Brad, all about John, all about Colton.
Yeah, I saw John, and I was like, who is that? And then I saw him crying, and I was like,
oh,
yes.
It's John.
So, last time we left off, Jervis, Monica, Tyson, Sierra. We're still in the game.
Tina, Hayden, and Laura at Redemption Island.
So, one of them is gonna win.
Ooh. Tyson shows Monica the idol.
He's like, this could be yours. She's like, I don't want it, I don't want it.
I'll give it to you, Fear of Kids, for a Christmas present. And then he's promising it to Rachel. What's going on?
Well, she
Everybody
said no.
wants that.
She said no,
okay. So it's redemption time.
Hayden shows up. He's like, what's up, ladies? They're like, oh my god, I'm so upset it's you. And he's like, in his interview, he's like, oh, it's me versus 2 grandmas in the final challenge, so we'll see.
So the final duel is balance a vase on a foot seesaw.
Yes.
And it was a pretty brutal challenge.
I called it the Captain Morgan challenge. You gotta hold your leg up. It's Captain Morgan.
Well, I kind of thought more like Karate Kid, you know, like, ah?
I guess.
Alright. Anyway, Laura had lots of recoveries.
Yeah, she almost blew it multiple times, and she pulled it back in.
And then all of a sudden, Hayden was out.
He had something in his eye.
He lost to 2 grandmas.
I was rooting for Hayden, but...
I was too.
What are you gonna do?
But then they were all wobblies.
It was Tina and Laura was like, Tina, just let me have this one.
No.
Really? That's how you want to be?
That is so cheap. I can't believe she asked Tina to throw it. I was so pissed at that point. I was like, she better not win now.
Imagine if Tina had thrown it. I would feel so crappy if I were Laura. Like, you made someone throw it to you. That's so lame.
So Tina ended up winning it, and she gave the clue to herself. Duh, who else was she going to give it to? Dumb Katie's already on the jury. I'm sorry, Katie didn't know where she was the whole game. She wasn't playing.
Alright, well, Tina goes and looks for the idol. She doesn't realize that Tyson has it at this point.
Well, Sierra and Tina realize, the only way we're going to make it out of here alive is if we get Monica on our side. So they go and talk to her, and Monica's all like, oh, yes, Monica might do that.
We'll get there. So, let's talk about the immunity challenge.
10 blocks on a wobbly table.
Yes.
I love this challenge.
This was a cool challenge.
Very cool. The ladies were leading. What you had to do was you had these blocks on the table.
You had a wobbly table.
Right.
So you control...
with a rope.
The balance of the table with a rope. And you had to walk away from the table, get the blocks. There was like...
yeah.
However many on each table.
If your blocks fell, you had to drop what you were doing, basically, and go back, fix them, and then proceed.
Right.
So, this was hilarious. Tyson turned into a super creeper. He was all like...
It was weird how they were like slow motioning.
I know. Some of them were like balls to the wall, which didn't work out.
Pay off for them.
But Tyson ended up winning it. It was genius.
Yes.
I loved it. He was a super creeper.
Yeah,
even though the lady started off winning, but Tyson...
he pulled it out.
The Jesus hair gave him the leverage.
Out. So then Tyson was talking to his alliance, Monica and Jervis, and he's like, you know what? It's up to you who we're getting rid of, because I don't really care. Right.
So Monica and Jervis are hashing it out, and Monica's like, Tina is a bully. And I'm like, what?
What? Are you kidding me?
And Jervis wants Sierra out because he views her as a bigger threat.
I think she is a threat if she made it to the final 3. She is definitely a threat.
So Monica was pretty pissed, which made me think, holy crap, is she going to flip on her alliance?
It's
time for tribal.
Tribal council. Monica in the middle again.
It's crazy. It's crazy Monica's night.
She went on this whole tirade about how it's her game now and it's about her and how she's going to make a move or something. So Tyson is looking at Jervis like, what the F? What the actual F?
Speech bubble, da fook.
Yeah, so Tyson still has that hidden immunity idol, and this is the last tribal council that he can use it, so, I mean, it only makes sense to let Jervis have it.
He was going to give it to Rachel for Christmas, but I think this might have been a little bit more important.
Yeah, so he ended up giving the idol to Jervis.
Right, which means the votes for Jervis don't count. But it didn't matter anyway.
There were only 2 for him.
Sierra is out because Monica, well, because of the Idol, but Monica did vote for Sierra.
Yeah. Why would you say all of those things when you don't want to flip on your alliance anyway? You're just setting yourself up for a whole lot of hate.
Yeah. So, back at camp, Monica is worried because...
She's like, why did Tyson use the immunity idol and Jervis?
Maybe Monica said something crazy. I don't know. Was I there?
So, let's talk about...
She really needs to win immunity.
Yes.
In her mind.
This is
in Monica's mind.
Final immunity challenge.
And it's a crazy-ass obstacle course on many, many levels with many little different attractions, including a wooden bathtub with a pull rope.
That was my favorite.
That freaking water slide was practically vertical. It was insane.
They had all of these obstacles that you had to go through to get your 6 bags of puzzle pieces.
Right.
And you run up the stairs, put the puzzle together, which has these clues. You figure out the clues.
It was scary.
Which will give you a combination to unlock.
The combo lock. Right. You had to figure it out, which ended up really, you had to count the puzzle pieces and you had to count the steps. But you didn't know that until you solved the puzzle. So, I just can't stop thinking about that bathtub on a rope. That was just so cool. Tina was so far behind in this entire challenge. And Tyson ended up winning immunity. He was freaking airborne when he was jumping on that water slide. I was like getting nauseous just watching.
Yeah, I could just feel my organs moving. So, one of the standout moments of this competition, though, was Monica checking Jervis.
Yes. You're not getting in front of me, mister.
It was crazy.
Yeah.
So,
she's a tough broad.
Well, it really rubbed Jervis the wrong way, because he was like, I thought the goal here was to get anyone but Tina to win.
Right. So... Tina is going?
Monica flipping?
I don't know. Well, I mean, you know, because Jervis pissed her off.
Well,
everybody's pissing Monica off lately.
This is Monica's time.
Well, it's tribal council, and everyone's wondering, is Monica gonna flip?
Yeah.
Finally?
The thing here is that it could either be a 3-1 vote to get rid of Tina, or if Monica flips, it could be a tied vote, and then Tina and Jervis have to face off in the fire challenge.
Right. But no need. Tina's out. Monica's a big talker, but she's not all that flippy.
No.
All right, so you know what comes next. The old Survivor Big Breakfast.
For the final 3.
Tyson's been dreaming about this since day 1.
I think he was dreaming about that since before the show started.
He loves food, okay? It's no surprise. So, Tribal Council happens, and...
You know what they didn't show this season?
The torches.
Memory Lane. We didn't get that Memory Lane.
I don't think they did it last season either.
Maybe they were just like, we don't need this anymore.
Yeah.
I think also Redemption takes up some time, so...
It seemed like this show was really well played out. Like, there wasn't a lot of filler in it.
No, it was
good.
moving. It was good.
So, it's the old opening statements to the jury.
Jervis was like, I was on the first season of Survivor, and now I'm in this season, and I made it all the way to the end.
13 years later, and I'm responsible for some blindsides.
Yeah, he's like, I mixed old school with new school. All right, moving on. Monica.
I'm not a floater. I was actually playing. It just looked like Monica was a floater.
This is Monica's time. All right, Tyson. I told myself I was going to have fun. Then I saw Rachel on Redemption, and I had to make it to the end.
He was just so
He was very emotional.
Awesome. All right, I love Tyson from day 1. I was rooting for Tyson from day 1, and I
was annoyed by him from day 1, but then I started to see, like, you know what, all these other people kind of suck. So he really has owned this game. He deserves to win.
All right, so let's talk about some of the jury members.
All right.
Vetus hates everyone. He doesn't know who he's voting for.
I'm keeping my word. I'm not voting for you. And he was like, Monica, I don't really like you. And then he's like, Jervis, I don't feel like voting for you either.
Yeah. All right, Katie was pissed at Tyson.
I think I would be the same way, because he lashed out at her after they drew rocks for no reason. It wasn't her fault. She didn't flip. She was never with him, so...
Well, I still don't think she knew who she wanted to vote for.
I don't know.
All right, Caleb was sorry that he asked Monica that question.
He was like, show us your vulnerability.
And Monica went off on, like, this...
I've always been the wife of a football player.
He was like, okay, thank you.
It got pretty crazy.
Yeah. And then Sierra, Jervis, did you ever consider voting out Tyson? And he's like, yeah, that was my plan all along.
He couldn't because Tyson kept winning immunity right at the end.
Right. Laura, who are you, Monica? That was the theme tonight.
Yeah.
Who are you,
it was
Monica?
Kind of
We
weird
don't know you.
because it didn't seem like people felt that way during the show.
I'm
from
sorry.
What they showed.
I thought in the edit, Monica was one of the most vulnerable, real people there because she was always, very vocal and tribal and everything.
I was
you
a
guys
little
not
confused
paying
by
attention?
that. I don't know if it was the edit or what.
Maybe.
But Tina was like, all right, describe yourself in one word.
Ugh. All right, Hayden. Who are you, Monica?
It got pretty ugly.
It did.
She's like, have you never met a nice person in your lives?
I really think they're not used to how normal people are.
I don't know. Yes and no. She's a little bit off her rocker, I think, at the same time. Like, I'm not saying that...
Yeah.
I'm just saying...
Well,
I don't know what I'm saying. And I don't think she did either, because it didn't really make sense.
The dead giveaway is when you talk about yourself in third person.
That is weird.
All right. So, Aris, say why the others deserve to win. Hello. Finally, the last question is the only one that makes sense.
I always love that question.
That is an excellent Survivor jury question.
You know what's funny, though? If, I always wanted to do this if I was ever on a jury on a show like this. Ask them why the other person deserves to win, and then ask the other person why you deserve to win. So I just think that'd be funny.
It would. But you know what? It's the same thing like they do on Project Runway on the finale episode. They're like, if you can't win, tell us who you think. That's the best question.
All right, so it's time for the vote. Blah, 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 blah. They're in California. What?
Yay! We were just talking about how, from the first show, Jeff would make it really dramatic and everything. You get on the helicopter and everything.
Remember when they had to wear the same clothes?
Yes. Now they're not even trying. He just walks out from behind the
Hello.
tree. Yeah. All right. I've got this.
Yeah. So let's just do some quick highlights. Tyson is rocking a tuxedo t-shirt.
Love it.
And not the straightened hair.
Not the classic tuxedo t-shirt. No. The white with the black bow tie. Mm-hmm. Not the white with the... not with the black with the white bow tie. I don't know.
Okay.
I'm all confused now. It was different. So he won. And he was a total crybaby.
Oh my god. When he started crying, I couldn't take it.
Loved it. And then Rachel came up... And I thought for sure he was going to ask her, propose.
But he didn't.
But it didn't. I guess he's too cool for that.
Keep it separate.
Yeah. But I would have liked to have seen that.
Well, I was happy to see him win.
He did it for her. And he played hard. He was planning on just, relaxing.
I'm not sure what the official vote was. If it was everyone voted for Tyson.
I think
except
only
one for Monica.
Yeah, one for Monica.
I don't think they showed...
Well, Jeff said only one vote for Monica.
But he didn't say if there were any for Jervis, which makes me think that there weren't. But...
There weren't. So, Monica, like we said before, she's talking about herself in the third person. That equals crazy.
Yeah. She was good at challenges, though.
Gotta give her that.
Really good at challenges.
She was tough as nails. She's a mom. Moms are tough. You should know that.
Right, I'm not a mom.
I am.
All right, well... Then Jeff was like, Jervis, why did you never really want to step up and be the leader? There can only be one leader.
Yeah. He didn't have the opportunity. He thought by
And he wanted a human meat shield.
Exactly. All right, so Sierra, she had some big moves in the game. Some real big moves. Some game changers. But she couldn't close the deal.
Nope.
That's what happens. You make too big a move and you become a target.
Yeah.
Colton. You are a dirty quitter. Not once, but 2 times.
What are your excuses? Well, the first time I was on a tribe with all men, and I didn't really get along with them. And the second time I was on the AARP tribe. Oh, that did not go over well.
No. And they kicked your ass both times. All right, so Rupert. You gotta love Rupert.
That pirate loves his wife, and we love them.
I really do, He's such a sweetheart. His wife is one lucky girl, I gotta tell you that. Cochran, I love you. Call me. All right. Not in a romantic way.
Well, his life definitely changed after he won last season.
In a friend way. Yeah, now he's a writer for the Millers.
Wow.
He's freaking hanging out with Will Arnett every day. Every day. Good for him. I'm glad he's able to parlay this into something.
Yeah, so they had a little skit together and it was pretty funny.
It was pretty funny. Aris and Vitas, the Lost brothers.
As in the TV show Lost.
They will never stop fighting.
Jacob and Smoke Monster.
They brothers, duh. Hayden and Kat.
This was really weird and confusing.
This is Dafook territory. Are you trying to say that you got a boob job,
Jeff
Kat?
Jeff was just asking a simple question. Are you still together? Like, what's going on? She was like, well, we're in different states, and I tried to up my game and be more on his level. I'm more, like, top-heavy now or something. And Jeff was just like, what? And we were all like, what?
Job? No, I think she's trying to educate herself, maybe, is what she's trying to say.
No, I'm going to have to log on to the message boards and see what's going on.
That was extremely confusing.
It was just weird.
But Jeff had to move it along because it is a live show. Candace and John, you're the weird doctors couple. Tina and Katie, this is the saddest story of all. Her brother and her son.
Oh, I thought you meant Tina's brother.
Brother-son, killed in a car accident. Unfortunately, he wasn't wearing his seatbelt. That sucks.
It happened like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah. And they were so brave for
I know.
actually coming on the show. I would have been like, I don't think I can do this.
Me too.
And she gave a very important message to wear your seatbelt, which is a very, very brave thing to... They just were so classy. I loved it. So condolences for them, because that sucks. But next season, it's BBB. Brawn versus brains versus beauty. This sounds so interesting.
Is it all new people? Is it old people?
I'm hoping it's all new people.
We'll see.
Because that'll be fun. And I guess there's going to be 3 tribes, I'm guessing.
That's what it seems like.
Yeah, they've done that before, so that's not a big deal. But I'm excited for next season. Let us know what you think in the comments. Are you happy with the outcome? Were you rooting for Tyson? Because I sure was.
Okay.
Thanks for watching, guys. We really appreciate it. And until next season, much love.
Edit.